How you doing, guys? How you doing, guys? The sun is in my eye. Let me see if I can just get it. I'm in the car. Anyway, welcome to the channel, guys. I am just on my way. I'm just traveling, but I wanted to speak on this Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. The reason why I keep saying people are hypocrites is the fact that for how many years now? For the years that Jake Paul has been fighting, obviously fighting ex-retired MMA fighters, fighting other YouTubers, and obviously fighting Mike Tyson recently. Where all of us, including myself, I can't lie. That's why I also include myself when I say people are hypocrites. Is we all wanted him to get knocked out. I think that's what we all wanted him to get knocked out. Shit, I'm gonna have to put this back. The sun is too bright. We all wanted him to get knocked out in the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and we still all watched it. We bought the fight. We all watched it. Now, obviously, Joshua is 36 years old. Joshua is still active in the fighting sort of sphere, and he's still somebody who's a two-time heavyweight champion. Joshua is bigger, he's stronger, and we already saw what he did to Francis Ngannou. And now Jake Paul obviously has the madness and the balls to challenge Joshua. But apart from all that madness, and obviously for the fact that if this fight goes beyond the first round, we're all going to be looking at it with an eye saying there's something suspicious here. There's something, or there's a clause in this where you're like, is this a real fight, or was this just organized for us for it to be an exhibition? It looks like it's going to be an 8-round fight. It's going to be 3 minutes. And then the gloves is going to be 10. I think it's going to be 10 ounce. The gloves are going to be the proper gloves. It's not going to be like a joke thing, like the Mike Tyson one. So Jake Paul keeps coming and talking, but you can never trust him because Jake Paul is a businessman. And from the rumors I keep hearing, of all the stuff I keep watching, there's an offer of 50 million plus. I don't know if it's per fighter. I don't know if it's split between, and that's a lot of money. And why I'm saying a lot of people are hypocrites, including some of the boxers who keep talking, the ex-boxers, is you guys would take that fight. If somebody was offering you 70 to 50 million, you are taking that fight. It's sad to see that obviously the people in Jake Paul's camp, all they think about is money. They don't really advise him that much. But the public, I don't think we should have any voice on this, because for years and years, we were pressuring this kid, saying, "Oh yeah, you are fighting has-beens. Fury's brother is Tommy Fury is not that great. He schooled you, but he's not that great. You're not really a real boxer." The thing about a human being, especially men, most men have egos, and I'm pretty sure Jake Paul sits there. His dream, you've seen in many videos, is like, I want to be a world champion one day. Look, to each their own. If he wants to be a world champion, he wants to be a world champion. But I think people don't understand ego, because for years we've been making fun of Jake Paul. We've been bantering him, and we've been saying, oh, you have to do better. You have to fight somebody your age. You have to fight somebody who's active as an active boxer. You have to fight somebody who's a sort of a threat. Now he's fighting a threat. We're telling him that, oh, you have to look after your health. So I don't know where all of us stand on this, because we are the ones who've been looking and waiting for Jake Paul to get smacked. Everybody has, including myself. I feel guilty because many times I've said, I'm not going to watch the fight. I end up buying the fight. I end up staying up late to watch Jake Paul, saying maybe somebody will put him in his place. And obviously it's not been successful. Tommy Fury did it, but it wasn't as impressive as people were looking for. We wanted a knockout. We wanted him to knock out and Jake Paul to stay down, but it never happened. Tyson was old already, so we were thinking maybe Tyson will land one punch, and if he lands one punch, it'll be lights out for Jake Paul. So I don't want to hear it from anybody, because we, as I said, as the public, are still going to tune to this fight. That's the funny thing, is everybody keeps talking about it, saying, oh, this is unfair. This can be risky for Jake Paul, which it is, by the way, which I think this can be a huge risk to him, because on that particular night, he can get knocked out and he still wakes up. Oh, what a miracle. Jake Paul woke up after Anthony Joshua punched him. But these punches, man, Anthony Joshua, you can see what he did to Francis Ngannou. I mean, Francis Ngannou is more of a bigger guy. and Francis Ngannou knocked out Fury. Don't forget, Tyson Fury was knocked out by Francis Ngannou, and he lasted few rounds. And yet, when Joshua came into that ring, he was focused, laser sharp, and he just landed one punch, and Francis Ngannou was knocked out. And this is a big guy. And Jake Paul, yes, he has experience in the boxing ring, but Francis Ngannou is regarded as one of the most dangerous fighters out there. I don't know, man. This is not going to be a long video. It's going to be a short video. I was just trying to say we are all hypocrites, including myself, because we are, number one, going to watch the fight. Number two, we've been putting pressure on this kid saying he hasn't fought anybody who's real. And here we go. He's picked somebody. Look, if it was me, I could have maybe gone closer, started maybe with a cruiserweight, not even a cruiserweight, maybe, okay, somebody the age group who's an active boxer, but not that far. I just feel like Jake has jumped a bit. I don't know who was giving him the confidence. I don't know who he's sparring with in training. Maybe he sparred with a heavyweight and he saw maybe I can take a few knocks. I can run around the ring and last it for long. Because let's not forget, if Jake Paul, which I believe there's a 0% chance, but you never know in boxing. If Jake Paul lands one punch on Joshua, and Joshua sort of starts getting dizzy, that's a W for Jake Paul. I think that's what his corner see as a W. But man, it's scary times, man, because Joshua doesn't like disrespect. We saw that with the Francis Ngannou. He's not like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury could have taken Ngannou out like that, but Tyson Fury wanted it to be a show. You know, he's a showman, and then ended up getting a blow. But you saw Joshua. The guy doesn't like disrespect. He went in there and said, Ngannou, this is my realm. This is what I eat, sleep, eat, and sleep. I will take you out. He took him out just like that, and walked around and just didn't have a care on his face. So I don't know, man. We'll see. The fight is on the 19th of December on a Friday. I'm pretty sure it's going to break records of people to watch. There will be people watching to make sure that maybe Joshua shuts down Jake, and Jake Paul maybe is done with boxing. Even though, look, as bad as Jake Paul is, as people say shit about him, but the kid apparently is doing great things for women boxing. You know, he's promoting women's boxing very well. Of course, most of the people in the men's boxing side think he's just taking a piss, but I don't know, man. Let me leave it up to you guys. What do you think of this fight? Do you think this fight is just a setup thing? You think it's just a joke? That they're just it's just a mess around thing. They're going to tell Joshua to take it easy on the kid. Joshua might knock him out. Obviously, Joshua doesn't want to look bad as a boxer. He has to fight Tyson Fury later on next year, according to his management team. But what do you think, man? Does this ruin Joshua's legacy? If it was you, if you were in Joshua's shoes, would you take the money? I hear it's a 50 million bag. Would you take that bag? And if you're Jake Paul, because you have the pressure to say, oh, I want to look like a real boxer, do you think Jake Paul went a bit far of who he's challenging? He could have maybe challenged somebody in a lower class, somebody who maybe I want to get there, but let me not just go straight, because Joshua is the big boy, man. You should see the guy's hand, man. People play around with Joshua, you know. I even said it even in the Francis Ngannou match. I told people, be careful, Joshua. You think he's finished, but no. Even Wilder. I was talking with my brother the other day. I was like, even Wilder, even if Jake Paul went after Wilder was going to damage the kid. You know, these guys might look like they're has-beens, but they're not. They are scary people. Just because Daniel Dubois made light work with Joshua doesn't mean Joshua is done. But anyway, we'll see, man. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. You know, I'm a fan of boxing. I just said, let me talk about this. I will do a video on Haaland, and I also want to do a video on Pep Guardiola as a manager, how he's evolved. But big up to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me continue my journey. I just wanted a break. I'm like, I'm going to just land the video on YouTube, just a fast video. But guys, as I said, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like, guys. It helps the video, it helps the channel. But big